Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here out here in the streets of Kuala Lumpur. We have some lovely football fans out here. Yeah, so we just want to recap about the game week. We just finished the second match day from the English Premier League, and we're here with some lovely fans. So we just want to catch up, enjoy, talk about the games. So I think for the first time we have a kid on the channel. He's making his debut finally on SOP.
Hi.
Yeah, so I, everyone knows you're a Man United fan. Do you want us to talk about the Man United game, or was there any other game that you think you enjoyed during the weekend?
Uh, Actually, when United is like the early games of the for the today that week, so I was really sad lah. I mean, like we were having a team, but our team was playing so bad. But what I want to talk right now is like for my team, actually, we need to have like just Garnacho to play at least the first level, give him a chance instead of giving in on the subs.
Rashford,
But
all that.
at least okay, when United are already down, so we have something to looking forward for, and we are playing Liverpool in Old
Next week.
Trafford.
Yeah.
I'm expecting something lah to come back from this. But if you wanted to, another interesting match, you can see for Chelsea lah. I thought for the first half it was was
It was
not
balanced.
it was not balanced. I think imbalanced to the Wolves side.
Entertainment.
But it was fun on the second half and a good week for Chelsea fan also.
Oh, look good. So how about Aston Villa, Arsenal?
Aston
Yeah.
Villa. Their game Arsenal really were good, and I don't know. Since I don't have a lot of thoughts in my team loss, so no motivational. But I have a lot of thought if we win against Liverpool next week.
Okay, all right. So that you think Man United can get back to winning ways again next week?
Yeah, we need to keep the momentum. We won,
Yeah.
okay, we won, we lost. I'm not expecting a draw, so we have to win on Old Trafford.
Okay. How about the blue half of Manchester?
The
Erling
blue.
Haaland, Man City.
But I think from based on the two games they were playing good. Haaland was really get a great play on the game. So so since I'm a United buyer, I always bias on the red side lah. So, but they were playing a good game. So I'm hoping then at least they could. As a EPL fan, they have to keep the momentum. They have like something new, interesting. But for next week, I really focus our game against Liverpool.
All right, so we're looking forward to the Man United Liverpool game.
Mhm.
All right, so that's it, guys. We have a Malaysian Man United fan finally on the channel. But still on recap from SOP Football, and Mr. Mohamed is back again on the channel. So for those of you that have been regulars on the channel, last week you see his interview was quite optimistic and he believed. So this week, I'm sure he's happier than he was last week. So what will you say about the game? Like I want to go straight to the Chelsea game because everyone knows you're a big Chelsea fan, and that was a big win for Chelsea, statement win. So what do you have to say after all the belief you had last week?
Actually, I would not call it a statement win. I would just call it a win whereby our players are trying to prove themselves. Because now, more than ever, our team now, we have arrays of attacking talent. And if I am not too exaggerative, I would say in the Premier League today, uh, only Man City have as much as areas of attacking talent as we do. Because if you look at our bench in the last game, you see the likes of Lukaku on the bench, who will walk into any team in the Premier League. Neto, Felix on the bench. Then if you have attacking talents like this, and if you have a coach who is not afraid to bring them on, because this football game is more like a mentality thing, a psychological thing. If you are leading 2-0, then you keep on bringing defensive players, then your team will be like, oh, let's sit back. But if you keep on bringing attacking players, be like, oh, we have to get more goals, we have to get more goals. And players like Felix, players like Neto, who has been in a small club all his life, wants to prove something. Felix has never been able to find a home as a player since his days in Benfica. So he feels Chelsea is the place where he can like at least get that game. But so far as I enjoy our what is it called our attack, our defense still needs lots and lots of work. Yeah, Fofana is a big talent. Colwill is a big talent. But they need time to gel. They need time playing together, forming that partnership. I feel with time, before like when they get like 10 games together, at least they will understand themselves. They will know when to go, when to come. Then our midfield, it still needs more solidity. Caicedo is still a little bit shaky. I don't know whether it's still the price tag that is still affecting him. A little bit shaky, but Enzo improved a lot. It is only people that don't understand football that will tell you Enzo is not an important player to us. If you watch our game every now and then, you will see everything, every good thing we do, every build up we have goes through him. He's our tempo dictator. He's a very important person in that midfield. So we cannot do without him. Yeah.
Okay, well, you say you cannot do without him, but towards the end of last season, he was not in the Chelsea team and they put a lot of wins.
Yeah,
He-
you see, patterns differ in football. Enzo is a kind of player we call those kind of player like you give them their ball magnets. You give them the ball, they need heavy touches, they need lots of balls, they need to have lots of touches in the game. But the pattern we see Pochettino plays, Pochettino will ask Enzo to cover like 60,000 yards, of which is not a kind of player like that. He wants short passes so he can dictate the game, send the ball wherever he wants to send it to. That is the kind of pattern. That's why you see Gallagher enjoying the game. Gallagher playing so very well in that pattern with which Pochettino was playing. So Enzo is a different pattern, different kind of player as compared to Gallagher. He doesn't like running around. He wants the ball in his leg, then he dictates the play.
Okay, so you trust your attack, midfield.
Actually, I trust the attack, but we are still a marksman signing.
So you still need another
We
player in
need
attack.
one that final piece of the puzzle.
You have like 20 attackers
No,
already.
we don't have 20 attackers. This is the problem with people. We have Madueke and Neto as our left-footed wingers.
Uh-huh.
Palmer is the number 10.
Okay.
Who plays in the half spaces. Then as the right winger we have Phillips. Then we have Mudrik. That's it. Then Jackson and Gui.
Okay, but you already said like only Man City has a better
Yeah.
attacking team than you. So do you think if Maresca can sort out your defense, title challenge from Chelsea?
No, not yet. Not yet. We still need consistency. Yeah, you can have attack, you can have like areas of attacking talent, but your midfield, your defense, as Mourinho once said, defense win you the title, goals win you the game. If we have our defense, if we can get a defense that keeps like 25 clean sheets in a game in a season, then we can say, okay, yeah.
What?
we are
25 clean sheets?
Yeah. We once considered 15 goals in a season,
Yeah, that's
This
like
is Chelsea.
how many years ago? That's
and nobody has ever broken that record. This is Chelsea.
okay.
We don't think like Arsenal. This is Chelsea.
What does Arsenal have to do with
Yeah,
Chelsea? We're talking about?
It is the truth. It is the truth. We are the pride of London. It is the truth.
All right, okay.
Or if you want to go that way, we can go that way.
No. Another day, another topic. We'll bring you separately to
Okay.
the main channel. Then we can talk about that someday.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So going forward,
Mm.
I feel I don't want to mention names. I feel if we can get our final piece of the puzzle, we are not asking for too much. We will not be like some people who have stayed like 7 years out of the UCL. We want to just go out like 2 years and just go back in there. If we can get a Matthew signing, Oshime or Gyökeres, at least we'll be okay.
you say you don't want to mention names, and you still mention names.
Yeah,
But anyway,
I don't want to- I don't
yeah,
want
we
you to push me. You
yeah.
force me to mention names.
Yeah, no.
You force
But
me to
anyway,
mention names.
yeah, you guys, you can see. Last week he was humble. This week he's bullish.
I am not.
You see what 1 week does in football.
I am still an
Gentlemen.
optimistic fan. I am still an optimistic Chelsea fan. I still believe we have a long way to go. We cannot challenge for the title yet. We
Okay.
still have lots to do. Our defense still needs sorting out. Our midfield still needs sorting out. We still need like, the partnership between Enzo, Lavia, and Caicedo. We still need to at least sort that one out. But our attack, it's getting there.
All right, Chelsea fans. So you heard it from Mohamed. Tranquilo, as they say in Spanish. So
Patience.
so yeah,
We'll get there.
you'll get there. All right. So,
Thank you so much.
all right, man.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
having me on the channel.
Thank you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, yeah, SOP is still on the streets, and we're back with Mr. Nkosi. You can say Nkosi is a regular on the channel, but we're here with him on the streets today. And I'm gonna go straight to your team, man. Always when you come here, but at least he has been someone that has been realistic about United's chances. So what do you think?
I
Just
think
like
it's really a shame because I feel like it's the last season back again. Now we're doing it the same thing with the same way we did it last season. You have hope, you lose it. Probably next week we might even draw or win or even lose against Liverpool. I don't know how it will turn up, but it might be a positive turnout. Then you'll be hopefully like, we played well against Liverpool. Then the next game you go away to Ipswich, for example. And then you go lose 6-0. Then you go to Wolves, you go lose or you draw. So it's just been a pattern with Man U for the last 3 seasons where you think that something. I mean, there wasn't a lot to take out from the first game that we played. I mean, I would say we lacked our win there. We wasted a lot of chances that were supposed to be buried were not taken. In this game, it didn't happen against Brighton. Brighton took their chances, and they took their chance in the very last minute. Imagine as a fan where you're thinking, okay, at least now we're salvaging a draw. Then a point lost because they were thinking, at least now we have a point. But still it's early on. I don't want to be very much negative, but like I said in the last interview, I'm thinking if we get to top 6, fair enough. But I'm thinking we might even finish where we finished last season.
Let me remind you, last season Man United finished 8th, but you won the FA Cup. So at least that's
the thing.
It's joy to it.
The thing is, yes, it's good to have won something and get to laugh at Arsenal fans to say you've been playing your best football for the last 2-3 seasons, but you don't have much trophies. But at the end of the day, it's just lollipops to the kids. You see, because it's just those small wins and they're happy and there's nothing progressive. Because at the end of the day, you're a Premier League club. You're expected to challenge for the Premier League year in and year out. When they talk about top 6, they still mention us. But for the last 10 years, should we be mentioned in that, or now it's just legacy? Because now anything that has to do with Manchester United, you just have to go and look at the cabinet. If you're talking about present time football, there's nothing much to write home about. So that is what is more concerning.
Okay. All right. So let's look at what do you think about the game next week? Are you having any hope? Just now you mentioned it could be a draw, it could be a loss. I mean, it could be a win also.
For us to be fans, we need to have hope. Hope against hope. I still believe we can get something from the game.
Yeah.
We might win or we might draw, depending on how Liverpool will turn up. Because even the last 2-3 seasons, yes, we have been losing to Liverpool, but when it comes to big clubs and we're playing at home, somehow Man U just turns up, get a draw, sometimes sneak in a win. I mean, I'm not very confident that we're going to win, but I'm optimistic that we can get a result.
Okay, how about like the young core in the team? Like you have like the defender that is injured, Yoro, you have Garnacho, you have Mino, Rasmus Højlund. There are some young players in the team. Do you trust that the structure there will be able to help them develop and they can be able to build something?
I think now you should look into playing them more because you can only get better by playing more games. So for example, Ziki comes in last game, scores that goal. He has that momentum, he has that belief, he has that fire still burning. I mean, I'm not saying play him the full 90. He's new in the club. He's still getting to know the players, getting to know the system and everything like that. But bring in people that are hungry enough to go and win. I mean, we've seen it with Rashford. It looks like a player that has lost zeal. I mean, I have nothing against the man. But you need to put someone who's hungry enough to chase the ball for 90 minutes. Even if they're to play 40 minutes, chase the ball for 40 minutes, just keep on running, just keep on having that momentum, having that spirit to just keep on doing it. So the thing is, just trust these young players. I mean, experience is key in the Premier League or in any league. you need experienced heads. You can't just play young people alone. I mean, it will come back to bite you. They can be stylish, they can be good in phases and pieces, but they can lose their heads. They'll need that calm head to just match out things along. But I feel like they can only get better if they get more game time and more competitive game time. Practice is just practice. I mean, you can't gain much from that. But if you are competitive, you are playing a real live match, you're playing against the likes of Man City, the likes of Chelsea, the likes of Liverpool, the likes of Arsenal. You know what is expected of you, the weight of the expectation because of the club that you play for and everything like that. That can make you a better player instead of just playing in the practice pitch.
All right. So thanks, man. That's a lot of things you shared about Man United. So yeah. So we look forward to the rest of the season. So there you have it, Man United fans, and just keep subscribing.
Yeah, and keep believing.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the
Trust
next 10 seasons, we will lift that trophy.
Trust and hug.
Somewhere in the next 10 seasons. What are you saying?
Man, we have Liverpool fan, Mr. Peter is on the channel. All right, so we're gonna catch up a bit from last weekend matches still, and we're gonna talk about Liverpool. So, Mr. Liverpool, what do you have for us? How was the game? 2 clean sheets, 2 comfortable wins, I would say, right?
I would
So-
say comfortable. I mean, first half wasn't that great, but also like second game, I'll give credit to Brentford. They are like a surprisingly like a deceptively good team. You go to sleep, they can like easily beat you. So I think first half like the passes weren't stringing that well, but I think they did well. Then second half they grew into the game. They just kicked in another gear. Then the goals started flowing. So overall, yeah, I'll say it's a very good performance. Nothing much to complain about, except maybe just to up the tempo a little bit in the first half. But you know, what do I know? I'm not sloth. So yeah, but I can't complain. 2 clean sheets. The team seems to be gelling well with his new ideas. So yeah, if it continues that way, I think it'll be a good season for us. So yeah, just waiting for United next week. Hopefully another win. But yeah,
So when you say good season, like title challenge?
nah. I mean, I don't think any reasonable Liverpool fan is expecting a title challenge. I mean, it's a transition season for Liverpool, so probably a deep run into the Champions League, a deep run into the FA Cup, a deep run into the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we win one of those. But to say we're challenging for the league, I wouldn't say so. We are still a little bit short from where Man City and Arsenal are. So I think third is a realistic target, or let's just say Champions League for next season. But to say that we're challenging for the Champions League, for the title, if it happens, great. But I don't think any reasonable Liverpool fan is expecting a title challenge. We're just expecting, to just gel into the new ideas, and hopefully we have a strong finish to the season.
All right. Okay, so how about the recruitment? Are you worried about the recruitment? So far, no one has come in.
Not much. Again, for the non-social media Liverpool fans, it's more of a common occurrence. We know this. If you all still remember, I think the season that Liverpool won the league, I think they bought 1 or 2 players, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't buy a lot. And if you look at like Liverpool's like recruitment, they buy this season, maybe 1 the next season. It's more of like So I'm not overly worried. Hopefully, the downside of it is if we get a lot of injuries. So if we don't get a lot of injuries, I think we'll be fine. Because everybody crying for like a new midfielder. But we have good midfielders. Jones is there. Gravenberch is doing a good job. Sober is doing a good job. McAllister is doing a good job. So I think overall, they should be fine.
So you're satisfied with the team, how it's built so far?
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, I'm more concerned of
Depth.
a little bit, and also just how we're playing. The fact that we're playing well, I don't have much complaints. And at the end of the day, the coach knows what he needs best. So we can all make noise on social media, like, we need this. But at the end of the day, the guy who's in charge knows what he needs. And if he says, like, we keep hearing him saying that he's comfortable with the squad. So yeah, for now, we just go at his word. Hopefully it stays the case and it won't come back to bite us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. You will never walk alone. Liverpool fan on the channel.
See you United next week.
Keep subscribing. We'll bring more reactions from the streets like this in Kuala Lumpur and wherever we can get more fans from. All right, so stay tuned.